Welcome to Recouped the podcast, where we uncover the depths of sustainability and its impact on the world.
We're your hosts, Vicky
and Michelle.
And together we'll explore what it means to live more sustainably.
Welcome back.
Welcome
to the show. Well, we've kind of been gearing up to do this episode for a while now, and we've hinted.
Yeah, we talked about these words a lot. I'll give you 3 seconds to guess in your brains, y'all.
One, two,
have
three.
we talked about? Okay, so tell the peeps. What have you found out? Tell us. What have you found out about
Okay, because we wanted to know.
And
we needed to know.
biodegradable?
Something we need to know now.
Tell us right now.
Compostable versus biodegradable. What's the difference? Why? What's better? Which one?
What is it?
And we want the pros and cons.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a list, but you tell us your definition of compostable and biodegradable.
Biodegradable. So it's the name itself. So biodegradable. So it degrades.
Yes.
And it's a plastic, right? Yeah.
Well,
normally
no,
plastic it's made up. Yeah. It ends up as microplastics.
Okay. But if we go all the way back, I was reading something on a website called beyondgreen.com, and they quickly said one of the things that came up was that biodegradable is like plant, animal, or nature mineral based.
Okay.
Usually.
Yeah.
That then is mixed with other things that then break down.
Biodegradable? Okay. Yeah. So
I think compostable is more plasticky.
Yeah.
That's mixed with.
So biodegradable are made of like polybutylene. Oh my gosh, a lot of weird words. Butylene this, butylene that, polylactic acid.
Yeah.
But they have been created with the ability to slowly break down until they're able to be consumed on a microscopic level.
Yeah. So, okay. Is it okay if I read like the breakdown of compost versus bio that I found on the website from goodstartpacking.com?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Okay. If we talk about compost, there's like bullet points. Compost or compostable, the ability for material to disintegrate into natural elements in a composting environment, leaves no distinguishable elements, takes 90 to 180 days to break down. And here's the thing to remember. All compostable products are biodegradable. On the flip side, biodegradable, it has the ability to break things down by microorganisms or fungi or bacteria. And then you can kind of break us down on the environments for both of those. But then back to biodegradable, it may leave a little bit of residue. So like when certain things break down, they might leave trace plastics or trace, metals or different things like that.
Or toxins.
It may take decades to break down. And not all biodegradable products are compostable.
Yeah.
So
if you have a biodegradable something that you throw away
that will break down eventually, doesn't mean you can throw it into your compost bin and that it will break down that way.
No. It will probably hinder the degradation of your compost.
Yes.
Because, which we've learned, compost needs a certain climate to degrade.
So what was the...
So in order for a compostable... Because when we think of like the end of life cycle for the product, you would think, oh, it's good to have a compostable because it'll end up as dirt. But that depends because a lot of places need a special climate.
Yeah. So like for composting what was it?
Warm temperatures.
Yeah, the heat.
Nutrients, moisture, and oxygen. So a perfect recipe of these things for it to break down.
Yes. So you remember when we were talking about Chinette? And they have
compostable
straws. So one of the key words that was on there that I had to look up real quick was commercially compostable. So we are saying, yes, you can still buy those straws. Don't feel bad about it. It is compostable. However, it does take a special environment for it to break down into something. So commercially compostable from the beyondgreen.com also says that, like you said, it needs the temperatures, humidity, certain type of nutrients and oxygen for it to break down. And sometimes it also includes a specialized like additional treatments, specialized equipment, and then like lots of the time and the mixing or the
like
breakdown.
a compost bin at home. Like when you would think like you have to till it and turn it or whatever to get it to work great.
Yes.
But still, at the end of the day,
Yeah.
If it's compostable, even if it's ended up in the landfill, because this is one of those things that like kind of like blows my mind. Like in 500 years from now, if everything that was compostable today was in the landfill, it's going to eventually become, we don't know if this is pronounced humus or hummus. It's like hummus, but with only one M. But it's what happens upon degradation of a compostable item. And this is the richest nutrient found in soil. So if the climate is right and your compostable item is there degrading, it will turn into hummus.
The kind you eat.
Soil is what I mean. Hummus. It's science. It's science.
We told you. We're still learning.
In 500 years, if we just have a huge landfill for plastic and hummus, we're good. We can still plant our food. Compared to biodegradable, in 500 years, it'll be microplastics.
Okay, wait. So, tell me a couple of things. So I know. Well, I'm thinking about things. What are some things that are compostable? What's normal? Like,
I mean, like for example, I just bought compostable poop bags for camping. For when our little camp potty.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
But then your normal things like fruits and vegetables and paper, right? Eggshells, meat.
Some cardboard.
Well,
if it doesn't have...
Because all compostable products are biodegradable, but not all biodegradable is compostable. So wait, okay, got it.
So I guess, yeah, if you have the access to facilitate compostable things, like a lot of places have, not like our places here, but access to compost bins that are commercial, that are going to go to a commercial compost facility.
So your waste management will come and pick it up and do all the things with it.
Yeah.
So then,
there are a few different types of each one, right? So of like compostable and biodegradable, especially biodegradable. Yeah. We're going to try to get into that.
So then, okay, wait. So is there anything else you want to talk about with compostable? Or should we go into biodegradable?
Let's go into biodegradable.
Okay. So, biodegradable.
Because we've been hearing things about how, like, just recently I heard when we were listening to one of our podcasts.
Yes.
That biodegradable is actually better. But this was from, I think, the point of view from somebody that was thinking along the lines of maybe one product in particular. So I guess on a consumer level, both of them are going to be good and both of them could be bad, depending on what you're doing.
Yeah, I guess depending on what you're doing. Like if your idea is that you want to break something down at your home, you might not want to use a biodegradable thing that could take years.
Like how we were talking about on the last episodes of a sustainable lifestyle and starting slow and easy. Like let's just take a bathroom, for example.
Yeah.
Let's say you're going to start somewhere. Let's start with the bathroom and just work on that one room alone. Biodegradable or compostable for your bathroom products. What would be, I mean, like for women, there's like menstrual products. There's,
well, your toothbrushes.
Your toothpastes, your cleaning products. All of those things. So I guess just depending on what you're using.
Yeah.
So we talked about like toothbrush. What would be better? Do you think compostable or biodegradable?
In my head, compostable. But I don't know if a compostable toothbrush will last the 3 months as a biodegrade. I don't know.
What if it starts composting in
Your
mouth?
mouth. That's what I was thinking. I had
Would it
this
be
vision of brushing my teeth and it like...
But then what if, okay, so there are, for biodegradable,
Yeah.
there are two types. The two main types are oxo and hydro biodegradable.
Tell me.
The hydro for a toothbrush might be kind of weird because I would think that it degrades faster in water.
But what does it mean? Is that what it means?
Well, hydro, that would mean water.
I
And
know,
then
but what's
oxo would be air.
I know, but hydro... You know how sometimes things are like
Yeah.
tricky, like Iceland and Greenland? It's like, could it be tricky like this? But it's
So
science.
hydro
I mean, it's not-
biodegradable, if you're flushing it down a toilet, do you think that would be a quicker way to ease? Do we need...
Let me look something
Yeah.
up real quick. I'm looking at it just quickly, y'all. I just Googled this.
Do the
It's-
Google for us.
Here's the Google. Let me see if this is... I just read this, so let's see. Hydro biodegradable products. This is from invisiblecompany.com. Hydro biodegradable products are usually made from bio-based sources such as starch, corn, wheat, and sugarcane. They can also be made from petroleum-based sources or be a blend of the two. Products that use HPS usually meet the following standards of ASTM D6400. That didn't give me the answer
That's
I was
not
looking
English.
for.
Okay.
Okay. Hydro biodegradable plastics degrade and biodegrade more rapidly and tend to have a much shorter lifespan than oxo biodegradable
Okay.
plastics. That is from epi-global.org.
Okay. So I guess we're going to be looking for a good hydro biodegradable.
If possible. Yeah.
Yeah. There is one little thing that
What?
doesn't tickle my fancy here.
What?
With the biodegradable.
Yeah.
In certain climates,
Yeah.
it leaches off toxins into the soil. So as it degrades, it's pretty much bleh, making everything else bleh around it.
I think in general, that is the idea of biodegradable, is that it may leave a residue. Whatever the residue is, if it's a toxin, if it's a little bit of metal residue or something in the soil or wherever it is.
So for me personally, I would always probably gear towards compostable.
If possible.
Because in 500 years, I want not a hill of plastic.
Yeah.
I want a hill of
Soil
soil.
with trees and stuff. I want that too. Did I ever tell you? This is off topic again. This is not to be morbid.
Oh,
But
I think I know what you're going to tell me.
to.
We do, yeah. We do talk about this stuff.
So just in case anybody out there needs to know, there's a cool way. I want to be composted in the roots of a tree
Yeah.
that gets
Okay,
planted
because we have
into
talked
the
about
world.
this. We are talking about all the things sustainable. And I don't think it's sustainable to put humans in boxes
Into the ground.
I think we're supposed to just go back into the ground.
Okay, in addition to that, let's just talk about the sustainability of doing something like that. Okay, from my own personal experience.
Oh my gosh.
But what?
Oh, no.
What?
What if, because our kids have microplastics in them,
Yeah.
that our bodies aren't going to be suitable to
compost?
decompose in the ground because
Well,
we'll
hopefully
become
we will,
plastic?
but they can't.
We
They'll
wanna
find
be
another way.
compostable.
They'll be biodegradable. Our kids will be biodegradable. No, but seriously, but in the sense of like wanting to be composted into a tree, or that tree thing. There's a thing, you guys should look it up. It's actually kind of cool. But just like the idea of, like you say, being put in a box, being buried in the ground.
Yeah.
That's not very sustainable. But in addition to that, I had an experience where I happened to be at a what's it called? A cemetery. I don't visit them often because they're spooky. But it was like one of these moments where I got a little bit sad, thinking I was with somebody, and their grandparent was buried at the cemetery, and it's a huge cemetery.
Yeah.
And he's like, I remember the tree. I remember the tree. And there are trees everywhere. But where I'm trying to get to is it sustainable for your life to, like, down the road? Who's going to come and visit? Because
Yeah.
this is a generational thing, right?
Yeah.
Who truly is going to come visit this gravesite.
Yeah.
Some people do, and I respect you if you do. But down the road, like generation, right? Grandma, like grandparents, your grandchildren may not. What I'm trying to say is, I had one of those moments where I realized I want to be composted into a tree because after the generations passed, no one's going to come and visit me at my gravesite. I don't want anyone spending $5,000-$10,000 on a headstone that no one's going to see.
Yeah.
That maybe in the future some girl on TikTok wants to clean up and show people, you know, like, and it looks so cool. And but truly, it's like for me, put me in a tree and come and sit with me, or I'll haunt you at night when you come out and you shouldn't be out, you know?
Swinging the branch. Swinging my branch.
You know what I mean? Like something like that. But anyways, those totally random.
And there's like a lot of cool options. Like you can have your ashes put into pods of nutrients.
Yeah.
Like those little pods.
Or
with
you could
seeds
be
in them.
or you could be made into a diamond.
Yeah, that's true.
We're so off topic.
I know.
Focus,
But
Michelle.
it isn't. It isn't.
It's not. Tracy, are we off topic?
It's actually in line.
Yeah. Because with biodegradable, compostable.
Yeah.
That can be a whole episode
Yeah.
of its own.
Yeah.
Is sustainability of funerals.
We're going to talk about that because
It's
I am
not
fascinated.
sustainable to put a body in a box.
And I'm going to talk again about how I'm going to be buried under a tree. And I'll tell you more info about the tree business that does that.
Yeah.
Or the burying business.
Because how many nutrients
so
in
many.
a body could be replenishing the soil and earth?
That's what I'm saying.
That's what we're supposed to be doing.
That's why I want to be in a tree. I know that's so weird. Okay, wait. So, moral of the story. We are compostable and our children are going to be biodegradable. I don't know. Okay, so, wait. You know what I forgot? What's biodegradable? Can you give us some examples of that? Cardboard? Paper? What's something that's
actually,
biodegradable that's
what
not
did it say?
compostable? Organic fabrics? I read something and it said fecal matter, you know, or poop is biodegradable.
Oh no, why?
Oh, it's poop.
It's not compostable?
I don't know. I didn't look at that. Do you want me to look it up?
Mainly, okay, so
You tell people and I'm going to look something up.
so I guess it's like biodegradable. The composition of it, it's a certain mixture of like, I think I feel a sneeze coming. Petroleum-based products and types of plastic and polypropylene, polyethylene. So it just helps break down the plastic faster. So in our circular economy here of sustainability, something that's biodegradable isn't going to be used again in the system of plastic, right? If it has these ingredients in it.
Oh, yeah.
So for us, we don't want things that are biodegradable because we need heavy duty plastic to remake our things.
You know what? Like
So it's
down the
almost
road.
like another catch-22. Like,
know,
should we be making plastic better and stronger so we can reuse it
Reuse
for
and reuse
lifetimes,
them?
or for it to break down? You know, it's what we want to keep it is in a circle of life.
Yeah.
So maybe biodegradable for me. I don't know.
I think I choose it where you can, if you can, and if you can't, then you can't.
Yeah.
Right? Don't beat yourself up if it's not biodegradable or compostable. Maybe you can still recycle it.
Yeah. And if you're having a really hard time deciding biodegradable or compostable, do you even need it? Maybe you don't need either one. Recycle. Refuse it.
Yeah, refuse that purchase. Well, do you have anything else about compostable?
We're gonna keep pondering on
yeah,
this. If you
this is a
have
good
any
one.
good info or questions
Yeah, you
or
let
tips,
us know.
we'd love to hear more.
Yeah, make sure to put that in our the comment section or something like that.
Yeah. Not too many numbers though.
No,
We don't like that.
we're not really.
We're not scholars. We're
mathematicians.
artists.
Well, thank you for listening to this episode of Recouped. I'm Vicky.
And I'm Michelle.
And if you want to hear more about how to live more sustainably, how to have a delightful, sustainable lifestyle, be sure to buy us a coffee because, you know, that helps us keep going. So you can find a link to our tip jar in the show notes. We'd love to hear from you.
Yeah,
You can
come
rate
check
us.
us out.
You can give us a comment. You can share us with your friends.
Yeah, share us with your friends. We get
That would
lots
make
of
us
listens.
so happy. Where can people find us?
At recouped.com.
pnw.com.
Recouped PNW.
And then you can find us on Instagram at recoupeddpnw. Lots of cool stuff going on. What else do we have to say?
Remember
Oh yeah, remember
to
reduce,
reuse, and recoup.
Goodbye.
Bye.